Welcome everybody to Cheap Pops. This is the show that covers wrestling, pop culture, movies, video games, all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know where my co-host is right now. See, you knocked Ric Flair over already. Give me that. These entrances are getting out of control.
If you don't like it, bite me.
Yeah, bite something. So we've been going a little bit, life gets crazy, so there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I've got lots and lots of notes. I'm not going to do the rant right yet. I want to do something first. We went to a wrestling show. We went to ISPW, Independent Superstars of Professional Wrestling, and it was the Steel Cage Christmas at the Parsippany PAL. Yes, I snagged one of these because I like collecting the posters from the shows we go to. This was a good show, I have to admit. I've been to one of their shows before. I did a table at one of their shows. He couldn't go. I really enjoyed this show. Now, granted, a couple of the matches weren't that great. One we're going to talk about in particular really pissed him off, and I got to admit, it wasn't that much fun. I got to say, it was top to bottom, other than one match and the ridiculousnly of another one.
Yeah.
I thought this was a pretty good show. Started out the Steel Cage's matches. Their heavyweight title. Justin Carino against Alex Ryman. Justin Carino came in as champion. I thought it was a really good match. There was even an elbow drop off the top of the cage, which was crazy.
And somebody went through steel chairs.
Yeah, it was, I'll post the video at some point on our social media. And Ray Kalitri came out after Alex Ryman had won, and he got a little bit of a celebration. Ray Kalitri came out as Santa Claus and cashed in his contract, I guess, like a Rumble kind of thing. And now he's the new champion. So that was interesting, seeing two title changes in, one match. I thought that was actually really cool. And then they had the second Steel Cage match. Who was in the second Steel Cage match?
The Grinch and Santa Claus. And it was for the championship of the North Pole.
It was, it was interesting. The Grinch did really good in his character. He was dancing and, really emoting with his hands and, everything. His mask didn't work too well, though. There was a couple points where it started falling off, and Santa actually a couple times had to help him keep it on.
If you ask me, they should have just painted his face green and then...
Right, yeah. But, I get why they did it, There was Candy Cane Brass Knucks, which was kind of funny. Santa won with a Vader bomb, which I thought was...
that was really cool.
It was entertaining. You know what? I've got the Yusufer shirt from the show. I bought some merch. I actually got, some of the stickers from, some of the wrestlers on the back of my clipboard now. I always like supporting the wrestlers. This was given to me by, Brandon Downey, and he's the problem child, so I got this. And then Tiberius Asante, I got his 8x10 autograph. He actually followed us or subscribed to our channel, which I thought was really cool. They don't have to do that kind of stuff, but it's really cool that he did. Then, as I was waiting for pizza to show up, because they had run out of pizza at this point, Joe Clean against the Wrecking Ball for the ISPW Tri-State Championship. What do you think of Joe Clean as a character?
Oh my god, that was awesome. That's pretty fucking creative.
Yeah, it's pretty much he's Mr. Clean, but he comes in like spraying the ring with like Windex and stuff, and it's entertaining. And Wrecking Ball wrestles for NWA. Joe Clean retained the Tri-States title. I have to say that the show was going well at this point, and what was the next match? I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. At one point, they did what the heck? Oh my God! The street seasons beating street fight. Tiberius Asante versus Anthony with Angel Reyes and Lee Petrie.
That one was pretty freaking entertaining.
Yeah, they had stuff wrapped in Christmas gifts, and stuff like that. And at one point they had a wooden nutcracker and hit the guy with the nutcracker and pieces went flying out into the crowd. And the kid threw a piece of the wood from the nutcracker at the heel manager and hit him right in the face.
Yep.
And the mother was laughing about it. Horrible parenting, in my opinion. That was really bad.
And you're damn lucky that you didn't get fucking thrown out.
Yeah, absolutely. But Anthony ended up beating Tiberius Asante by outside interference and all that stuff, which I kind of expected anyways. And it's a street fight, so what does it matter? And then it was supposed to be Lucifer against Ray Kalitri to be number one contender for the title, but since Ray Kalitri won the title, it ended up being Lucifer against Vinny Pacifico. And the kid that was sitting next to you kept saying, "Who are you?" and getting in his face and all that stuff. I get being a fan, and I get that you can say what you want to say, but if you're doing it just to be a dick and you can't stop doing it, just stop going to
the kid was already getting on my fucking nerves.
Yeah. And this,
the next match, I fucking had it.
Yeah. It was an entertaining match. Lucifer won, so now he's number one contender, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the next match, this whole 6-7 thing with kids is stupid.
It is.
I don't care if it's trending or if you think it's ironic. It's stupid. It's dumb. And they had one guy in a full body suit dressed as 6, and the other one is 7, and the kid next to you kept going 6-7, 6-7 through the whole fucking match. It was annoying as hell. And
you see me get up, and I just had to fucking walk away.
Yeah, it was bad.
And the funny thing is, as soon as I got up and walked away, the tag match, the tag team came down and destroyed both of them.
Sent to Slaughter. They interrupted it, thank God.
Yes.
And they were against the New Reality, and I cannot believe that's the same Rick Recon that I used to see in World of Hurt. He's changed a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just he's changed a lot.
If you ask me, that 6-7 match went on way too fucking long.
Oh, way too long. Way too long. And the crowd did not. Well, a couple people in the crowd cared, but the rest of us were just waiting for it to be over. I thought it was a really good tag match. I think Sent to Slaughter is really good. The New Reality was good. Tatoa Tom helped the heel team win. I really like them having Bad Company by Five Finger Death Punch for their music. I thought that was really cool. And I didn't mention this match. Leo Sparrow versus Marcus Mathers. That was also happening while I was waiting for the pizza. That was a really good match as well. I think those guys they're really, really good. It was a really good high-flying match.
The pizza was pretty good.
I'm worried about the match. You're worried about the pizza.
Hey, Fat Man is hungry.
Yeah, no, it was... And the show, they had an intermission and all that, so... I like when they have an intermission, and I'm glad they did the steel cages at the beginning of the show, because if they do an intermission where they're putting up the cage, it takes a lot of air out of the room.
And, my God, and I like the fact that, being that they did it in the beginning, that you got your pictures taken inside the cage.
Yeah.
How much would that would have taken?
Oh, yeah.
They would have.
Yep, that would have been a long-ass intermission at that point, so...
Should we talk about real quick what's behind the hard cam before he gets eliminated?
You go right ahead.
Royal Rumble 1992, and this is the where British Bulldog's hair looks like an afro.
Oh, yeah. He was doing the cornrows at the same
Yep, and it's just poof.
And this, in my opinion, is the greatest Royal Rumble match ever. The star power and just the energy in the building. It was at the Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York, which is now, I think it's the MVP Arena now.
That's what I think it is
but,
now.
yeah, it's my favorite Rumble match ever, and I mean, it's right after Shawn Michaels turned heel on Marty Jannetty.
Yes.
You know, like
where Marty Jannetty jumped through the window.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah,
we put that on record. He jumped through that window.
The main event of this show was for the light heavyweight championship. Ricky Price, Rico Gold, Buddy Thomas, and Brandon Downey. Brandon Downey was the one. That one.
And this was a really good match.
It really was. Yeah, it was worthy of being the main event for sure. The new light heavyweight champion, Brandon Downey. Ricky sacrificed himself for Downey by pushing him out of the way, and he took a belt shot. So now Brandon Downey's the new light heavyweight champion. Great way to end the night. I really enjoyed this show. If you can check out ISPW, I really suggest you do it. They do shows constantly. I don't think there's a weekend that goes by where ISPW isn't doing shows. And sometimes they have Crowbar at their shows, which is really cool. I'd like to go to one of the shows where Crowbar is there.
Should we talk about real quick what happened with Crowbar with a superfan?
You go ahead, because I didn't watch any of that stuff.
I sent you the video. We still are discussing if it's real or not. Where he pulled the superfan that usually dresses like Macho Man, right over the guardrail.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Is like when it's not just a random fan, when it's somebody that's dressed up like that. It kind of makes me think it's a work, because I don't know. And if it's somebody that has a presence online, and that's the person they're pulling over the railing, that kind of makes me feel like it is as well. They had a merchandise table. The Wrestling Collector puts on these shows, and I bought a few things because this 2025 was a rough year in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So buying things has been helping me get through the year, and especially the end of this year. But SummerSlam '99, Shane McMahon with the X-Punk, jersey. I had to get that.
That in the box looks pristine.
Yeah. The Ultimate Warrior from his return to Raw, and unfortunately dying, soon thereafter. But I've met Ultimate Warrior, so this is going to go on my display of the wrestlers that I've met. This, when they did the Jack Pacific TNA figures, they made them huge. Like, look, this Samoa Joe is the same size as the Kevin Nash. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but they went completely crazy with those. But I really wanted to get that. And we're going to do a new segment later, but I'm just showing because we were talking about ISPW. I bought Rico, one of the loose figures.
And I had to show off the three.
I had to get Vince McMahon. Yeah. Even though he's a prevert, I met Kenny Dykstra, so I got Kenny. And I've never met William Regal, but if you don't own a William Regal figure...
And that wasn't the pristine Regal that we found.
No, it wasn't. And I've met Santino, so I bought Santino Marella as well.
And we got Rey Mysterio somewhere.
I don't have Rey Mysterio.
Oh wait, I gotta give him to you.
Oh, okay.
Here he is.
Oh,
unfortunately, he don't come with cookies. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. He comes with his mask and another head where his mask is ripped, and the cruiserweight title and the belt that only lasted like 5 seconds in the match. This is a really cool Ultimate figure from Halloween Havoc '97. Awesome job by Mattel on this one. I got to thank you for that.
You're welcome. That hands down, that is my favorite WCW match.
Yep.
And I got 3 Jeff Jarrett's.
3, and 2 of them are exactly the same.
Yes. These 2, I'm going to try to do a custom for you and I.
Yep.
For our NWO collection.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to have the short hair for Jeff Jarrett with the NWO.
And this is pretty freaking cool, and I could not pass this up. But TNA...
No, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so I've got to talk about something. I've got to, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. I'm going to talk about this store a little later, but I went to a toy and collectible store, and I bought some action figures, and I'm looking around because they had Batman ones, so I'm looking for him. I bought a huge King Shark action figure as well. It was really, really cool. And since I'm away from the wrestling figures, I'm looking at it's whatever. And these two people come in, and they're looking at through the AEW figures. I'm like, that's cool. I had no interest in the AEW ones because it was pretty much the generic ones you can find at any merch table because they're the ones that people don't really want anymore. But the guy starts talking, and he says to the girl that he's with, "Try to find John Morinetti." And my brain almost exploded because I knew what he meant. I absolutely knew what he meant, and I knew what he meant, and he kept saying it. He said, "Well, look for John," and he would John, and he kept saying that, and I was like, "John Moxley." So yeah, John Moxley, that's what it was. And then he said Morinetti again, like a couple minutes later when I was on the other side of and then he said to the woman working the counter that he's a lifelong wrestling fan. So you know enough that he said, "I only know him as Dean Ambrose," but you know enough that he's in AEW now because you're looking through the AEW figures and you can't remember the name John Moxley. But that wasn't even the end of it. He was asking about Sting, and they were saying all the other figures and she said they only had one Sting figure, and it was behind the counter, and it was one of the Legends ones from Target, and it was $50. And he was like, "No, there's another one over here," and he pulled out one with the real old, flat top blonde hair Sting with the regular face paint, and it was for $50 too, and it was over with the regular figures, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't even know, that's not Sting." And he's like, "Yeah, that's Sting. That was the face paint he used when he went to TNA." And my head was about to erupt again. The old school face paint. Even if you watched TNA when he was the Crow Sting, Mr. Anderson came out in the old school face paint to mock Sting at one point in 2011. How are you a lifelong wrestling fan and you don't know these things? I'm sorry. I don't... Are you 2 years old? Is that how long you've been a wrestling fan? And then he said that the Crow paint was when he went to ACW. Not AEW, ACW. And I get that could be, he said it wrong. But he said wrong things the whole time before he said this. If you want to come at me and be like, not all wrestling fans know everything, you've got to know a little bit. If you know enough to look through the AEW figures for Moxley, you should know the name change at that point. I'm sorry. And at first when he was looking through the action figures, he's just going to... No, I'm good. I don't need any popcorn. You can just keep going. When I was going to hand him one of our business cards, because I'm like, okay, he's a wrestling fan, maybe he'd want to watch the show. But as soon as he said John Moretti, that business card went right back into my pocket because I said, I'm going to roast this motherfucker on the show because this is too good of material for me not to. And like I said, I know everybody can't remember everything, you can't know everything, but just the basics. I mean... And that's the same thing with when you watch some of the some like the influencers that watch only WWE and they know nothing about AEW or TNA or anything like that. And then when people come to NXT, they have no idea who they are. Like you only watch clips and shit, and you know who people are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't understand. It drives me insane. And that's pretty much all. You can stop now because I'm done. But it grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin would say.
It grinds your what now?
It grinds my gears. We're not going to talk about a lot of WWE because there's some things going on, but it's going towards the Royal Rumble, but it's not for a couple weeks, and it's in Saudi fucking Arabia. Ugh. So I think that's stupid. But Braun Breaker failed to win the world title on Raw, so that was... It was a good match. Didn't hurt Breaker at all.
No, and I can't stand that people are saying that he got buried. No, he fucking didn't.
Especially with what happened on this week's Raw, where he attacked everybody and then goozled Adam Pearce and and all that stuff.
Dude, he put the fucking fear in Adam Pearce.
Well, I don't know. Adam Pearce was he was backing down at that point, but he was defiant, so that was pretty cool. The January 9th episode of SmackDown in Germany, though, I thought was really good. Randy Orton's doing a promo, and Trick Williams interrupted him. If you want to get Trick Williams over in a hurry, having him interrupt Randy Orton is a good idea.
I love what happened during that. When he slapped the fucking mic away from Randy Orton, you can hear him go, oh shit.
Yeah, because it looked like it went out into the crowd. It was kind of funny.
He looks right at Randy Orton. Oh shit.
Yeah, and The Miz came out and ended up getting an RKO, and it led to a match with Rey Fenix against Trick Williams. And Trick pulled the tights to get the win, so that was cool. This match, I think, should have been a pay-per-view match, but they did it on SmackDown. An 8-man tag, the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. And for anybody that says the Wyatt Six aren't over anymore, watch this match from Germany. They are incredibly over. I don't know what to say. They do the Fireflies still. The crowd still cheers for them. When Eric Rowan got tagged in, that crowd went insane. Solo grabbed the lantern outside the ring and made like he was going to break it. So that ended up distracting Uncle Howdy, and the MFTs got the win. Jordan Grace is on SmackDown now.
They have to keep that feud going.
I really hope they do. I really would like to see them do more with the Wyatt Six and the MFTs, because really, who are the MFTs going to feud with right now? You don't have any other real factions right now. So, and then, of course, the 3 stages of hell. Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE title. The first stage is a regular wrestling match. The second stage is Falls Count Anywhere. When it was Stone Cold and Triple H, it was a street fight.
Yep.
And the third match is a steel cage match.
And with Shawn and Triple H, the last match, I do believe, was a ladder match?
Yes, it was. At one point, the referee got distracted. Low blow by Drew McIntyre. Claymore, he wins the first stage. Cody Rhodes did a balcony dive on the table on Drew McIntyre. Only got a 2 count, which was kind of funny. But he does a crossroads through the announce table, and he wins stage 2. At one point, Drew McIntyre tries to escape the cage through the door. Jacob Fatu comes out in a hoodie and a mask, attacks Drew McIntyre, and ends up attacking Cody Rhodes as well. While he's concentrating on Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre skips right through the door, crawls through the door. He's the new WWE champion. I wasn't expecting that. For that to be, well, I think it was the first 3-hour SmackDown too, so that's a good way to do it. I don't know what they're going to do with Cody. I'd like to see Drew get a long run, because he didn't get one, with fans in the crowd, because he did it during the pandemic. So I really hope that Drew keeps it for a while. I think having a heel champion is going to be good, because Cody is kind of waning as champion. Like, his popularity was...
I want to see Cody turn heel. I want to fucking see heel Cody.
Because if you ever watched Ring of Honor or TNA or Impact, when Cody was a heel,
or him in New Japan with the Bullet Club.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Have you seen anything about the Netflix lawsuit that's going on?
A little bit.
There's a class action lawsuit where a lot of fans and subscribers are suing ESPN. ESPN and WWE for how confusing it was to sign up for it, and what cable systems had it and what cable systems didn't. Or some cable systems you still have to pay for the PLEs, and some you don't. It was, I have Spectrum, and supposedly I'm supposed to be able to get it for free. I might eventually, but I have no interest in paying for Netflix to watch these PLEs. I had Peacock for the WWE content.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that Netflix is getting some of the old school content, I really don't want to pay to get... And there are ways to stream these pay-per-views live online. It's not like they can pull all of them down. It's not that hard to find out. I can't see paying the $40, to get them on ESPN. It's just stupid to me. The fact that they're making their people, try so hard to find their content it's ridiculous. So they've got hefty lawyers, and everything. So I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. But it might, raise some eyebrows of the way that they're doing business and all that. So, I know you didn't watch this, but I want to talk about AEW's World's End. But this is how long we've been going.
Yes.
This happened at the end of December. The Continental Classic semifinal, Okada against Takeshita. Really good match. It was hard hitting, a lot of near falls. Okada uses a screwdriver to the head of Takeshita in the Rainmaker, so he advances to the finals. The next semifinal, Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley. Kyle Fletcher is so impressive. Like, he's one of the shining stars of that, especially now that Will Ospreay is gone for a while. I thought Moxley did a real good job in this match, and I don't have a lot of good things to say about Jon Moxley.
Did he get busted wide open in this match?
You know what? I don't remember. Kyle fights hard to withstand the choke, but he also ultimately gets choked out. He went for the screwdriver at one point because apparently it was left there for him, but Okada used it. I would think maybe a face turn for Kyle Fletcher soon because there are so many people in the Don Callis family. I don't think he needs to be a part of it, you know what I mean? The tag titles, FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang, it was a street fight. They had never had a match, so I don't know why it needed to be a street fight, but, some of Tony Khan, the stuff that Tony Khan does, whatever. They used the fire extinguisher to get out of a submission at one point, which was kind of funny. FTR retains after 3 pile drivers on Austin Gunn. Whatever. The women's tag titles, the Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. I thought it was a good match. They had some awkward, spots, but Willow did a good roll up and got the win. As far as WWE and AEW, the women are killing it in both companies right now.
Yes, they are.
Really are. The women's talent in both is and with with NXT, even though that's a dog shit to watch right now. It feels like NXT 2.0 right now, but there's a lot there too that are going to be called up. I think like Lola Vice is going to get called up soon. Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, after her performance on Saturday night's main event, is definitely getting called up. So there's a lot going on there. Gabe Kidd versus Darby Allin. I haven't seen a lot of Gabe Kidd because he's been in New Japan, and I haven't watched a lot of New Japan. But he brutalized Darby during this match. He's got great intensity as a heel. They both were busted open. Darby reversed the sleeper and pinned Kidd, kind of like Bret Hart did, with Roddy Piper, and Bret Hart did with Stone Cold Steve Austin too. So I thought that was cool. Mixed Nuts Mayhem, the Death Riders versus Tony Storm, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Mark Briscoe. They did a really good drone shot for the entrance of the Death Riders. Orange went for his hand in his pockets, but instead he did a lazy Daniel Garcia dance, which I thought was pretty funny. If you don't know, Roderick Strong and Marina Shafir are married. And she was like, doing strikes on him and stuff. And she turned her back on him, and he did one of the loudest chops to her back I have ever heard. And if they've showed pictures of it on social media, his handprint on her shoulder, it's pretty gnarly. Briscoe won the match with a J Driller. The women's title, Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. Amazing hard-hitting match. Those two match up really, really well. Statlander retained. Once again, shows the strength of women's wrestling. What are you doing?
Oh, I got something for you.
Okay, the Continental Classic final, Jon Moxley versus Okada, way too slow-paced for me. I don't know if this is because Okada kind of gets, blown up at this point because, he doesn't show a lot of effort in a lot of his matches, but like I wrote, Okada's not as good in this one as with Takeshita. Moxley won the Continental title. the AEW four-way for the AEW title. Samoa Joe versus Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland versus MJF. AEW main events always deliver. MJF hit Page with a low blow to thwart the buckshot lariat. Hits the Heat Seeker DDT or Heat Seeker pile driver on Joe. MJF is the new heavyweight champion. Heel MJF is the world champion. The promos are going to be really, really good. So what do you got? What do you got? Oh, I didn't need 2 sets of legs.
Well, that's whatever one works.
I'm going to talk about the action figures that I bought. One of them has like the torso and the head for Paul Ellering, and I have arms that'll go with it. So he gave me sets of legs to go with it. So I will have the Build-A-Figure Paul Ellering with Rocco. I bought Rocco for like $10 off of eBay. So
nice.
So that's really cool.
This is a surprise for you.
Ooh, I like that, dude. The Last Ronin Donatello. That's badass. That's really badass. Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. I have a lot of Donatello stuff. This is badass. I really like that.
And this is a Christmas gift from Alex.
His girlfriend.
You. I hope you're gonna like the bag.
What is? That's cool. Heart Foundation versus Demolition. That's one of my favorite matches. So that's really cool. Do I get to keep the bag?
Yes.
Oh well, shit. That's even better.
Yes.
That's really cool.
I hope you like what she got you. I helped her with this. She's like, "Are you sure he's gonna like it?"
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
that's bad. That's
and
badass.
I told her, yes, he is gonna love it.
I have a Jimmy Hart setup, and I do not have a Jimmy Hart LJN. That is badass. The paint on that is spectacular. I got her something, and I don't think it lives up to this, but this is badass. I mean, there's some spot. I mean, this is from 1986.
Yes, and
the paint on this. Where did you guys snag this?
eBay.
That dude.
And dude, I helped her. She's like, "What about this?" And I'm like, "No, Jimmy Hart. Get him, Jimmy Hart."
Oh yeah, thank you. That I have to thank her so much for that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
And that's been at the house for almost a month.
Wow. All right. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We spent a day watching
last week
two backyard wrestling DVDs. This is number 5. We watched number 3 as well.
I think number 3 was better.
Yeah, because we're going to post footage for number 3 for sure.
Yes.
Not right now because I got to edit it, but I thought these were going to be full matches for all of these. They were not. The second one we watched did have full matches, but it was a lot of clips of just weird, high spots into tables and
any fucking thing,
trampolines and just pieces of plywood and light tubes and
barbed wire,
being in the basement doing all kinds of stuff.
We had fire, we had all kinds of shit.
Setting like the carpet and the drapes on fire in said basement. Just, it was crazy. It was fun to watch. Like, if you go on eBay, grab a couple of these, it's an hour. Literally, they're an hour a piece. And
worth it.
And number 3 has naked women on it, so that's even funnier. But, I mean, the Insane Clown Posse does a music video at the end of this with the Homies song from the Wraith, so the Wraith Shangri-La. So it was just the 2 videos I'm going to post. They're like 5 seconds a piece. They are just chef's kiss, amazing. We laughed so hard. We had to keep rewinding, and I made sure to timestamp them so I could edit them because they are so spectacular. So,
oh shit!
These are worth a watch.
Some of them you have to say, we're playing a little game of whap fuck.
Yeah.
Whap fuck.
Yeah, it's just it's so ridiculous that people do these things. To be honest with you,
oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, that Jimmy Hart is just so badass. I gotta admit, put those in there for. I forgot about this. The Rumble box.
Oh.
We were doing at first we did a mystery box from Ringside Collectibles.
Which was really good pull.
Yep, so I'm going to cut it and I'm going to let you reveal what's in it. This is from, I can't remember the website, but you get exclusive items in each little box, so I really thought this would be cool. Oh, some pins. Oh, okay. You got NWO Dusty Rhodes, WCW, NWO Sold Out. I'll take pictures of these. Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Attitude Era logo and the WWF logo. That's really cool.
And mystery hats.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, be careful. We don't want to rip anything that's in there. What do we got? What do we got?
They are stickers.
Okay.
Or magnets. Oh, they are magnets.
WCW Starcade. WWF.com. That's cool. WCW Television Champion, like an 8-bit. Get the F out. That's cool. Oh, World War III. That's badass. WCW World War III.
Oh, that's sweet.
Pixelated Bret Hart doing the sharpshooter on.
Oh my God! Tell me that takes you back.
Oh, that's the WCW versus NWO like at World Tour Scott Hall? That's really cool.
No, not World Tour.
Oh, is that
the NWO Revenge?
Okay, all right. And then a pixelated Hulk Hogan. That's cool. We'll have to divvy these up.
Now we got mystery stickers.
Doink the Clown trading card. This is really cool. And from what I was reading, every single box is unique. So I think we need to do more of these.
Yes.
A Doink the Clown trading card. PN News trading card. And a Hulk Hogan one. So that's cool. A pixelated blue tights. Well, I guess you could call that Rip from No Holds Barred. WWF Raw. A pixelated Sting, I like it. Oh, Wolfpack World New World Order. I will take pictures of all these. Ico Pro. That's a callback. I really like that. That's really cool. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Jericho from the video game. Pixelated Hawk.
Yes.
Oh, Macho Man. That one's yours. I know you'd really like that one. Pixelated Animal. This is really badass. For the amount of money, Razor Ramon. Owen Hart, that's really cool. Yokozuna doing the splash on the Undertaker. WCW Thunder logo. Ultimate Warrior doing the Gorilla Press to Hulk Hogan.
That can go with your Razor Ramon collection.
Yep, and there's 2 of them, so you can have that one. And then Mr. Perfect from WCW video game. That's right there. So
no, actually, you can have both of them.
All right, whatever. And then there's more in there. Don't skimp out now.
Dude. I think they're like photos.
Nice.
Here,
let me see. There we go. I'm used to opening packs like this at work, so. Well, actually, a couple of them are photos, but there's also bookmarks in here.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing for you. When I went to Boston.
A McLovin sticker, that's cool. A Legion of Doom bookmark with What a Rush on the back.
Nice.
A WCW logo bookmark. And now I got the adhesive stuff. This is riveting. I hope you really like this content, folks. And it's a magnet. The not all of the Hart Foundation,
but some.
The Bulldog, Bret Hart, and Owen Hart. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So yeah, that's a really cool box. We definitely got to do more of those because that's badass. All of that, I think it was $24 for all that. That's really cool. Yeah, we got to divvy all that up at some point. No go looking now. We're doing a damn show. What's wrong with you?
There's a lot wrong. So
well, that's true. Grab the thing. Grab the thing. Time for Dave's Faves. This is a segment where I pick a movie or something like that that is one of my favorites. Adam Sandler, Little Nicky. If you've never seen this, it's not one of his best. But it's one of his most absurd movies. I mean, he plays the son of the devil that comes up to Earth to get his brothers because his father, Satan, is dying. Rodney Dangerfield plays Lucifer, the originator of hell. It's just I mean, Ozzy Osbourne makes a cameo. Henry Winkler gets bees put on him, 2 times. It's just, it's amazing. And it goes to show that he tries to humiliate his friends in every one of the movies that he does because they all look ridiculous in this movie. So, I mean, this was in the $5 bin at Walmart. This is just, it's a classic. So I had to make that my Dave's fave this time. Do you want to go right into yours?
Give me a drum roll, please.
It's time for Nick's picks. What did you pick this time?
Greed, the very final WCW pay-per-view.
That's
and
right.
Wasn't there another one?
No, there was not. That was the last. It was the last pay-per-view. It was the 18th of March. The last Nitro was on the 26th. And then WrestleMania was on April 1st, which means that was WCW was done at that point. So that amount of time is crazy. The opening match, Kiwi versus Jason Jett. If you're an old school ECW fan, Jason Jett was easy money in ECW.
And later on, I think Kiwi had a couple of matches in TNA wrestling.
Yes, he was part of an androgynous tag team in TNA. I think he had a developmental deal with WWE at one point as well, but, Jet goes through all his high spots, including a buckshot lariat, many years before Hangman did it. He called it the afterburner. Great fast-paced opener. Jet won his pay-per-view debut, which would be probably his last match in WCW at that point. I don't remember if he wrestled at the last Nitro. He may have.
I don't know because you can't fucking look.
Yeah. I think Jason Jett would have been good long-term in ECW because he would have fit right, or WCW, I mean, he would have fit right in the Cruiserweight division, and that's when they were doing the WCW Cruiserweight tag titles as well. So I think he would have been good. Speaking of that, the Cruiserweight tag titles final, Kid Romeo and Elix Skipper versus Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman.
Hey, Elix Skipper, another TNA superstar.
Yep. Crazy Cruiserweight action. Kid Romeo used a snowplow variation to get the win. So they're the first ever Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. Of course, everybody expected Rey, Mysterio, and Kidman to be the first Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. They would end up winning it at the last Nitro. And if you ever watch the Rey Mysterio 619 DVD, he actually shows the Cruiserweight Tag Team title belt that he still had at his home. Because they're the last champions, the company shut down.
Yep.
So, Stacy Keibler and the Mecca of manhood, Sean Stasiak. Poor Sean Stasiak.
Oh my God. Where's The Rock to run for him to run down?
Yeah, right.
Just a miss.
Against Bam Bam Bigelow, Stasiak won after Stacy's interference, and then Stasiak threw his 8x10s out into the crowd. I never understood the Mecca of manhood thing. It was kind of ridiculous, but he had Stacy Keibler, so, good for him. Mike Awesome and Lance Storm of Team Canada against Hugh Morris and Conan. I thought it was a good tag match. Mike Awesome used the Awesome Bomb and got the win. The company was in a state of flux at this point, so it was just kind of thrown together. I don't think there was any real storyline attached to this.
The only storyline was, I think, the main event.
Right. Well, one of these matches I'm going to talk about right now, Dusty Rhodes is shown on security footage backstage in the locker room with his son Dustin, and what's he going to do to prepare for the match?
Shit, it's been a while since I've seen it. I forgot what the fuck was he doing. He
was going to eat like 75 burritos because it was pretty much a stink face match, kiss my ass match. So Dusty, he's going to make Ric Flair kiss his ass, so he's going to eat burritos, so, his farts are nice, So that was a cool backstage thing. Sugar Shane Helms with his Sugar Babies, also known as the Nitro Girls, against Chavo Guerrero Jr. for the Cruiserweight title. Sugar Shane Helms wins using the Vertebreaker, which that was an awesome finisher. It sucks that he didn't get to use it in WWE. This was really when Sugar Shane was coming into his own. It sucks that this was the end of WCW because I think he would have been Cruiserweight champion for a while.
Oh, definitely.
He ended up being the Hurricane in WWE, so, I mean, it's not like he, had any problems. He sold merch. He had a good long career in WWE, so I don't think he was really complaining at that point. The tag team title, Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo against Totally Buff, which is Buff Bagwell and the Total Package, Lex Luger, hence Totally Buff. It was a squash match. 2 Shanton bombs. Buff and the Package were overselling after the match. They were selling like Mick Foley after the Hell in a Cell. They were just laying there like they were dead. It was stupid. They were standing there way too long, but whatever.
They kept it through the whole night too, where they're arguing.
Yeah, it was dumb. Canyon versus the Cat.
Who better than Canyon?
I thought it was really entertaining. They did a ref bump, and the Cat won with his feliner kick. The U.S. title, Booker T versus Rick Steiner. This was a pretty quick match. Shane Douglas helped Booker T win the U.S. title. And this is one we were talking about. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and Ric Flair. What was Ric Flair wearing in this match?
A Hawaiian shirt.
And dress pants and dress shoes.
Yep.
Against Dusty and Dustin Rhodes. Kiss my ass match. This, I know this. I didn't. This isn't something I came up with. Conrad Thompson mentioned it. This is the first ever pay-per-view match with Dusty Rhodes against Ric Flair. And you're thinking, oh wait, they wrestled at Starrcade and stuff. Those were not pay-per-views, my friends. Nay. Those were closed circuit, and they sold the videotapes. Those were not pay-per-views.
No.
So the last WCW pay-per-view is the first Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair pay-per-view match. I think that's really cool. Very entertaining match, especially Dusty. I mean, he didn't leave his feet a lot, but he just, he's doing his gyrations and all that stuff and the bionic elbow. Awesome. Dustin pinned Flair with a small package, and Jeff Jarrett got a stink face from Dusty Rhodes, so that was pretty funny.
Poor Jeff.
The main event, DDP versus Big Papa Pump for the World Heavyweight title. Scott Steiner comes in as the champion. Falls count anywhere. Rick Steiner interferes. Steiner retains with the Steiner recliner. Not that great, but, like I said, it was in flux. And Steiner was a beast at this point, so him being the dominant world champion makes sense. I thought this was a good pick. I hadn't remembered a lot about that pay-per-view, so I think that was really, really good. Okay. Time for the new segment.
Show me what you got.
That's a Rick and Morty reference, if you don't know. This is a point where we've done this a lot, where we show off stuff that we've bought on the show. Both of us spend way too much money all the time, but for me, the nostalgia, it makes me feel good.
Yes.
And I like collecting action figures, and I'm going to do it. I mean, you've got the Lowrider with Eddie Guerrero in it.
Which is going to get repainted.
Yes. So I really enjoy buying things, and if I have the money to do it, I can pay my bills. I've got my, retirement money stashed away. If I want to buy some things to make me happy, then damn it, I'm going to do it to make me happy.
God damn it makes me fucking happy.
Yeah, so this is one that you bought me.
Yes. This was one of your Christmas gifts.
This is really cool. Deadpool. This is really, really cool. I love this. I have a couple Deadpool things. I have a Funko Pop and another action figure, and I have a plush of Deadpool with he's got a unicorn with like a rainbow around it. So that's going to be cool to go on the shelf. What did you bring anything with you?
Yes, I did.
What do you got? What do you got?
This finally came in. I didn't bring the Disciple because I already put them with my NWO stuff.
Yep. Jeff Jarrett, AEW figure, awesome figure. Some of the I can't think of the name of the company. Oh my God, what the hell's the name of the company that does these? Jazzwares. Some of the Jazzwares figures look really good, and some of the faces on them look really, really bad. Look up Mark Briscoe's basic figure. They're not selling because the face looks horrible.
Yes, and this one was a Christmas gift.
That's a really cool Jeff Jarrett.
I might actually order another one of these. to take out of the box.
That's badass. And it's got the red guitar, the last outlaw guitar. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
And this was what I was going to use for a custom Jeff Jarrett, but look how pristine that box is.
No, that box is really, really good. That's really cool.
And I just had to snag this up. I just had to.
No, that's really cool. That's a really good Eddie Guerrero with the I'm Your Poppy shirt. Well, actually, if you look on the back, that's got the Ultimate Warrior that I got on there, so that's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Is that all you got?
I do.
Okay, so when we went to the this actually wasn't from the ISPW show, so I'm going to show this.
Oh, your favorite.
Gunther. This is a really, I mean, look at the face on that. That. For a basic, that's absolutely perfect, so I really like that. Let's see. What did I get at ISPW? I already showed the ones at ISPW.
Yes.
I went to a store called Toying Around in Johnstown, New York. You didn't go because you were working, and I get antsy sometimes on my days off, and I go, do things. But they had a bin. Well, this wasn't in the bin, but a King Booker Funko Pop.
King Booker.
I had to get that. $14. Whatever. I had to get that. This Brutus Beefcake. I had to.
Yes.
The WrestleMania 9 Brutus Beefcake. It's got the the face mask and all that. I really, really had to get that. So the Elite one. So I really like that. I'm sure I have a Hogan to go with that somewhere.
I might see if I can find the Hogan that can go with that.
This I had to get. Giant Gonzalez Hasbro. The paint on this is amazing. There's only a couple spots where the paint is gone, like on the back, but that is phenomenal. And then they had in the case with this, they had a Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I mean, he's got his T-shirt on. He's got the the red, white, and blue knee pads and stuff.
And I'm pretty sure that you can find the 2x4 for him.
Oh, absolutely! I could make one.
Exactly.
So that's going to go with my Hacksaw Jim Duggan display. So that makes me happy. And in my tradition of buying loose figures of people I've met, Paul London. If you ever want to watch a funny promo of Paul London, it's for Northeast Wrestling. He does a promo about cookies. Ray Mastrio likes cookies. Maybe they should talk. I think that's a really cool loose.
Can we talk about the reason why he got fired from WWE?
You go right ahead, because I don't really remember.
All I have to say, Vince McMahon getting blown up. Because Vince was all like serious and everything, walking out of the arena.
Yep.
And Paul London is sitting there like,
oh yeah, when he went to the limo to get for the explosion.
Yep.
Right when Chris Benoit was dead. So yeah, that was stupid. But I met him at WrestleFest 14, and it was I had the when they did the Heritage trading cards, they did the tag team, the large ones with the tag teams on them. And he was like, "Can I sign over Kendrick's face?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead. I'm probably never going to meet Kendrick." And I never have. I've been to a show with Kendrick, but he didn't do a meet and greet. So, another wrestler I've met, a loose figure of MVP. Now, these, I don't know if I showed you or not, but I bought the Macho Man Be a Man CD.
Yes.
His rap album. It's still sealed. I'm going to open it because, I do. And then I bought...
Yes!
Jerry Lawler sings Heart of Stone, She's in Love with a Star, Bumped Out of Love.
Oh my fucking God.
Act Naturally, If We Don't Make It Better, Happy-Go-Lucky Millionaire, Good-Hearted Woman. I only bought this because I have a King display, so this is going to go up on a little easel and it's going to be displayed. I thought it was funny. And then today I went to...
Is the Macho Man going to go up on your
Yes,
display,
it's going up.
Man?
It's going up on my Slim Jim Macho Man display. And then I went to JB's Trading Cards in Hudson Falls, New York today, and I bought an AEW blaster, or not a blaster, hobby box. It came with a couple numbered cards.
Oh, you forgot to show off this.
Oh, I Macho Man, Macho Madness, Toy Biz action figure. But along with the numbered cards a really clean Hook autograph. I will take pictures of these two and put them on our social media. A lot of the autographs lately are lazy. And this one, I mean, it's not really, I mean, what are you going to do with Hook? It's not like you can really do an extravagant autograph with that. And there was a Sting playing card, kind of card, and that fell on the floor, so I'm not going to get that right now, but that's really cool too. So it was cool to get an autograph in that box. I'm the one that's got all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I
got to bring more shit.
This I bought off of Ringside Collectibles.
Ooh.
The CM Punk Pipe Bomb action figure.
I'm the one that sent you that.
Yes, this was on sale for $18. Awesome, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's a really cool action figure to have. It's so nice to work at Walmart. The Street Fighter Ultimate Warrior as Blanca. I had no interest in getting Rey Mysterio as Ryu. He makes no sense as Ryu. It makes no sense whatsoever. And then the final boss, Rock, as M. Bison. No interest in that whatsoever. But Ultimate Warrior as Blanca.
They have a blue one coming out of him.
I would like to get that. But like the chest hair is orange, like on Blanca, but it's shaved in the Ultimate Warrior's face paint symbol. So awesome. This is just so badass. So I had to get that. But I went to a store called Mountain Treasures in Vermont. That is where the rant happened. That's the store where my rant ended up.
We got to go to that store.
Yes, you need to go because there's awesome stuff there. And I want you to look through the Batman stuff because I'm sure you'll find something of Batman that you want. But also, in the tradition of buying stuff from wrestlers I've met, Bobby Lashley basic. I mean, $15 when these were like $12. You know, when they came out. But whatever. You know,
they're more than that now,
right? NWO Kevin Nash with the Outsider shirt, and he's got the do-rag.
Yes, this one is actually hard to find.
Like the Tupac do-rag tied off, so I had to get that.
I actually got you the Scott Hall that goes with this.
Yep. And on our maybe I don't know if it was on our last episode, but we went to Wrestling with Character, and we met Killer Cross, but it's Karrion Kross. It's good enough. You bought me Scarlet a few years ago, so this will be cool to display with it. And the NWO X-Pac with the Kane mask.
This one is really hard to find.
This is really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's got the NWO shirt. He's wearing the NWO tights and kick pads. So that's really cool. I'm making like a
wait.
over here.
Grab that one.
What, this? You want this one first?
Yeah. What's 2 + 2?
Thomas Jefferson, sucker. Now, I went back again the other day, and because I wanted to buy some more stuff. And I did, when I first saw this, the first time I went, I did not notice that underneath the track pants, he has the NWO tights on underneath it. I'm doing a complete NWO display, or I'm going to try to. So to have Booker T with the NWO tights on, had to get this one. Had to.
I'm trying to do like 2 separate ones of the WWE NWO and the WCW NWO.
Right. And for $14, the Elite Vader.
Fuck yay.
I've met Vader. I had to get that. That's really, really cool. And the Doc Hendricks Build-A-Figure in it.
That is really cool.
Now, this one is the one where I got Paul Ellering's face and torso. It's the Edge figure from WrestleMania when he wrestled Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22 in the hardcore match. I mean, it's got a baseball bat, and this is really cool. His face is kind of gnarly, I mean, but I really, really like that, so I got that. This is what I got the second time I went up.
Yes!
Pat Patterson, when he's the Stooge, the sweatshirt that says First IC Champ Rio de Janeiro on it. It's got the Riot helmet with it.
Yes.
I had to get that. This is somebody I've met. I have an autograph from him, but back when don't grab yet. Back when the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame was in Amsterdam, New York, they would do meet and greets. They would do like their induction every year. And you could either get a picture with somebody or you could get an autograph, which was stupid. because they were all sitting at a long table. You could have had people go behind, do the pictures, and then you could have had them do autographs too. But I got an autograph of Superstar Billy Graham doing one of his poses on an 8x10 from the guys that were selling 8x10s there. But this has the head from when he came back in the 80s, and it has the old school head on it. The 8x10 I have has his old school, head and face on it. So I'm going to put that head on here. But it's got the tie-dyed shirt, the tie-dyed pants, the feathered boa, the pink, boots, and his sunglasses.
And they have a new figure of him coming out.
But I had to get that one. So.
And I'm going to see if I can find it for you. Where they got the newer figure with this head on it.
Nice. So yeah, I really like that as well. And this one is just ridiculous on the face of it. Freebird Michael Hayes for $15. It comes with the Bad Street USA shirt. I've never met Michael Hayes, but he's been in the business so long.
Yeah.
He's a huge part of the backstage at WWE. So,
I just want to see the Hall of Fames with his different fucking suits.
Yeah, so, that's what I got. Oh, wait. Oh, these.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, these. They had these there. You can find these on Amazon. This is copyright infringement to the highest degree. GR Flex Force Fighting Hero Ultimate Warrior Power toy model of a virtual reality. Look at these. This is and it comes with a ring that you can put together in it. It's kind of crappy, but look at that.
The back.
That's literally The Rock with his tattoos and all on the back.
Oh, yeah, they got Rey Mysterio, Undertaker, Kane, Batista.
Yeah. Benoit.
Yeah.
Doubt.
And John Cena, this one looks like, and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, so it has Brock Lesnar with long tights, but with his tattoos and everything. Sheamus with red trunks that just has hot on the front. Roman Reigns with white pants with his tattoos. And Undertaker with the tattoos with shaved on the side of one side of his head. But it comes with dumbbells and a chainsaw and a ladder and a crutch and.
This is the kind of shit that you would get. This is the kind of shit that you'll find in the dollar stores.
But for $15, and then in the same vein, the same thing, but it's called Hot Blood Wrestling. Same exact thing. Samoa Joe on the front, Goldberg and The Rock on. But this is bootleg. On top of bootleg. First grade product. It says. Look at The Rock with it looks like Adam Pearce's head on him. I don't know who that's supposed to be. It kind of looks like Randy Orton.
Or the Masterpiece, Chris Masters.
But it says Adder Done on the front of it. I have no idea.
Then this one is a bootleg Sting.
With a scorpion tattoo on his shoulder. Brock Lesnar again with the long tights. Edge. And then that's definitely Dean Ambrose. But
if you look, there's Goldberg, The Rock, then right on the back.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know how they got away with that. It's just, this has got to be from China Shantou, China. So, I mean, Rollins is on the back, Big Show is on the back, Elias is on the back, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. It's
shit.
I had to get these. This is crazy on so many levels. But do you have any, before I get into the final thing, do you have anything you want to, any gaming or anything that you've watched that you want to talk about?
Nothing yet, because I gotta do a couple pre-orders.
Okay. All right. So, there's a lot of TNA going on lately.
Tits and ass?
No, well, that too. TNA Wrestling is going to be making their debut on AMC, the first Impact on AMC, on the 15th, which is a Thursday. And AJ Styles is going to return to TNA on this show.
Ooh.
And Bully Ray is going to be the guest commentator for the main event. For the world title, it's going to be the champion Kazarian versus Santana. For the Knockouts tag titles, the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand. And a six-man tag, Elijah and the Hardys versus Order 4, Mustafa Ali and the Great Hands. And then, let's see, how many days later? 2 days later, They are doing one of their special events on TNA Plus, TNA Genesis. The X Division title, the champion Leon Slater versus Cedric Alexander and Moose. AJ Francis versus Rich Swann. Elijah versus Mustafa Ali. For the tag titles, the Hardys versus the Righteous. For the Knockouts title, Lei Ying Lee versus Danny Luna. For the TNA title, either Kazarian or Santana versus Nick Nemeth. And then in his retirement match, JDC, also known as Fandango, against Eddie Edwards. It's not a pay-per-view. It's one of the specials that they do on TNA Plus. I subscribe to TNA Plus, so I'm going to watch it.
I was thinking about getting it.
So yeah, so that's... we'll talk about the Royal Rumble. I don't know if we'll do a preview before it happens or if we're just going to talk about it after it happens. We are going to an XWA show, their Rumble Royale show, so we'll definitely talk about that as well. He'll talk video games if he has anything. What is that?
It's Rey Mysterio.
Oh, it's Rey Mysterio, a Lucha legend. You should. That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to buy another one of these Rumble boxes so we can open that up.
I got a funny idea. When we cut the camera, I'm going to tell him the funny idea.
Okay, and he's going to paint his the low rider and all that, so we'll have that as well if he gets it done before then. Follow our social media at Cheap Pop Show, Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and TikTok. I do have TikTok videos that I got to edit and put up. I keep saying that, but I have a life, you know what I mean? And, and cheappops.redbubble.com for
merchandising,
and cheappopshow.com. Thank you so much if you stuck with us this long. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much. And
Pop Guys out.